This is the Momma Fit Podcast. This podcast is dedicated to all those mamas out there that want to fit a workout in a day, or want to fit in a moment of bliss, or hey, you want to fit into those skinny jeans. Dana Dieters is the host of Momma Fit Podcast. She's a mother of two beautiful girls, a wife, and entrepreneur. Her passion became her profession when she had a wake-up call about 15 years ago. With the support of others and a positive attitude, she was able to overcome the hurdles in her life. This mama strives to wake up and conquer each day to make it better than the day before. Her passion for business and education to others is what drives this mama to be the best version of Momma Fit. With Dana's background, she hopes to help you with your business, health and fitness needs, family time in the kitchen, and give you motivation and inspiration to tackle your day. And most importantly, to help you fit in your Momma Fit time.
Welcome back to the Momma Fit Podcast. It is February 2019, you guys. And I just finally had our Strong Her event, and it went so well. So much good feedback. The only feedback we got that was not great is that we didn't have enough coffee. I can take that. It really was amazing how smooth, how organized we had it, and it was perfect. And I never can do projects without some big setbacks. And it was so perfect. And everybody had a great time. Everyone learned from it. Everyone was super pumped about their life when they left. It was just amazing, you guys. And I'm so thankful and grateful for the team that I had, because if I didn't have that team, it wouldn't have went as well as it did. So I kind of wanted to come on here and talk about some of the things that most of the speakers were talking about. They all kind of had one common theme, and that is to take care of ourselves, to better take care of ourselves so we can take care of other people. So I know many of us feel like there's a guilty pleasure associated with taking time for me time, whether it's asking for a vacation day, maybe from your family, or, taking a personal day at work, or just going off the grid for a while. Something about time by ourselves just feels wrong. We feel bad, especially if you have a family, if you're a parent, you know how that feels, because I'm sure you've been there. So, however, knowing how to take care of ourselves is just as important as knowing how to care for others in our lives. Am I right? You wouldn't think twice about helping a friend or a close relative in need of support. But when it comes to our own emotional needs, chances are we are a little bit more reluctant. I know for me, this is one thing I need to work on personally. I need to take more time for myself. And after this event, I really realized how much time I need to do that, just to get back into my own brain and not thinking about 5 million things. So for me, this was a good wake-up call where I need to take some time for myself. So it was good. It was a good weekend because I figured out what I needed too. So most of us, the self-care has acquired a pretty bad reputation, because it's like, oh, I'm, taking a bath and doing a facial or whatever. I mean, you name it, you feel bad doing it because you feel like you should be spending time with your family or doing something. You should be cleaning, or you should be, folding laundry or running errands for someone that needs help. Or it makes us sound like we're weak or needy or in some way lacking that inner strength when it comes to admitting that you need some mental R&R. The irony is the very factors that prevent us from caring for ourselves, ultimately making you or yourself weaker and more in need of being fixed. So if you think about it, the more you do and the more you keep going and the less time you put to yourself, or adding, a day for yourself, makes us need to be fixed from all that extra stuff that you're doing. It makes us weaker. So if you catch it before that happens, think about how much ahead of the game you're going to be, how strong you are. So failing to take care of ourselves may also lead to careless decisions that put people who you rely on at risk, like our family. We've heard medical stories, students or residents who have been working 2 or 3 days without a break. Have you had, for me, I have clients that work in the medical field, and they are driving home from work and they almost fall asleep, or they do some sort of, mistake at work because they're so tired and they're not getting enough sleep, but they're caretakers. They're the ones that are helping people feel good, but they're not getting that back. When we acknowledge the changes and challenges and hardships that we have within us and our surroundings and what is going on in our life, we have that second chance. We're all made up of love, compassion, healing, and something remarkable will happen if we take those chances and lead a better, healthier life. So with new awareness, you need to, in 2019, promise to live differently if you're not happy. We make decisions. We wake up every day. We need to start connecting to who we are, nurture ourselves from the inside out, and be with a life instead of delaying it. So instead of wishing days away, invite those days again. So this year, I would love people to even travel more, connect outside to escape from where you are right now. Traveling can be so great, even if it's going to like a different town, and just being open to new things. Become a morning person. Start each day with an ample time of writing or reading or practicing yoga instead of rushing into the office, fighting traffic, or always feeling behind. Find peace by journaling and peeling back those layers to heal the hurt that maybe is buried beneath instead of pushing yourself away. Also, acknowledge any accomplishments and mini successes and celebrate those with small rewards instead of rushing to the next best thing. Slow down. Simplify your tasks. Reduce your online time. That's a sucker right there. Commit to less instead of doing more and moving more and accomplishing more just for the sake of it. And embrace the sadness that you've been carrying around with you. Lean into your fears instead of placing a patch on them. Choose to let go of the stories that you keep replaying about the past and the worries that are created for the future instead of clinging on to fear and anxiety. Practice saying no to the commitments that don't serve your values instead of saying yes to everything and shorting yourself with each added responsibility. Create sanctuaries, weekly time for you to relax and just be instead of waiting for burnout before replenishing. Follow your intuition and listen to yourself in meditation instead of thinking and overanalyzing to the point of exhaustion. Ask questions to yourself and allow them to be okay, that I don't have the answers right away instead of being hard on yourself for not knowing. Begin fully acknowledge the present in its entirety, every aspect, including that playful, joyful moments and the uncomfortable, challenging ones. Suddenly, the world will take on a different appearance, a kinder, more meaningful, more abundant, and compassion glow. When we take the time to reconnect with ourselves, replace the fears with the trust, Learn to let go of the things we cannot control. This is taking care of yourself. When we listen to our intuition, embrace all of our imperfections, and stay authentic to who we are, this is taking care. When we ground ourselves in the present and make a mental space to find clarity, this is taking care. When we discover our interior barriers and find courage to discover and dissolve this, that is taking care. When we learn to be gentle with ourselves, this is truly taking care. When is the last time you acknowledge the feelings that you're asking for your attention? How do you take care of yourself from the inside out so you can fully experience life?
Thanks so much for spending your time with the Momma Fit Podcast. Dana is so happy to share her tips and tricks with you. If you loved this podcast, we'd be so happy if you could share this episode with your friends and family. Also, if you have time, please leave us a review of your honest thoughts and reflections of the podcast on iTunes or our app. We'd be so grateful. If you have any topic or suggestion that you want answered, leave those in the comments below and make sure that you fit in your Momma Fit time.